go right now. Perfect. 400. All right. Let's get this going. It's good. How's everybody out there? I hope you're having a really good Monday, because here it is freezing. Yeah. How's everybody doing in here today? It's good to... Thanks so much, guys, for all the likes. I appreciate you guys for doing that. How's everybody today? I hope it was nice, relaxing, all that good stuff. So, how many people are in here? Ronaldo, how are you today, sir? Luca, how are you? Oh, fix the camera. You're right. Thank you so much for that. Boom. Here we are. Nice. Yeah, how are you guys today? Caitlin, how you doing? Welcome back. All right, so yeah, today we're going to be doing, it is cold as fuck today, so yeah, because I couldn't get on. Ronaldo, sure, absolutely. Yeah, Caitlin, so I wasn't able to do a Sunday stream. Lane, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the live. Yeah, I couldn't do a Sunday stream. I was like super burnt out after we were done filming. So at the end of it, I was just too bagged, and we had a whole bunch of extra stuff to do, I guess, at the end of the day. So I decided I'm going to be doing a live stream today, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, because, again, I will be filming on Sunday. Lane, thanks so much for the dinosaur. Tiny Diney, I appreciate it. Yeah, so, and then, yeah, because I won't be able to do next Sunday's live as well, because I'll be on set filming for our last day of the short film. Right on, right on. Okay, so yeah, so today, essentially what we're going to get into today is like it's super cold out, and I've been in the mood for soup. Shannon always is down with a little bit of soup as well. So today we're going to be doing the chicken and corn egg drop soup. And then for like an appetizer / side, we're going to be hitting with Caitlin. Thanks so much for the roses. I appreciate you. Yeah, so we're going to be hitting with these garlic knots. Like Shannon sent me this video of this place in like Brooklyn, I guess, that does this, like they do garlic knots, right? But at the same time they do garlic knots, and then they're also what do you call it? They're also baked in like tomato sauce and like a shit ton of cheese, almost like a pizza. So it got me thinking. I'm like, yo, I really want to try that out. So yeah, I got a little bit of pizza dough on the warm right now. It's nice and pliable. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to just roll out a tube of it and get that just kind of like small, thin, and then turned into knots. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just start baking it off into like more of like a casserole. So it's like still like a large cohesive chunk, but at the same time, I think it'll be really, what do you call it? Really decadent. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, welcome everybody else. I appreciate y'all for joining. If you guys got a few minutes as well, go ahead. If you can spam that like button for me, it does help me out a lot in the algorithm, gets me in front of like-minded people just like yourselves, people who want to talk about food culture, all that good stuff. So if you can do that for me, that'd be great. As well, if you guys have a chance, share this live, because most likely if you're here, you guys also know somebody that would also be here. And again, if you're new here, again, I will introduce myself. My name is John. I'm a longtime chef. And then I'm just spending all my time right now writing a cookbook and doing these lives for y'all. Yeah, it's a better angle. All right. So yeah, so now I'm just I just thinned out my dough, right? And then I'm just going to just be like working them into knots, essentially. And then with this, I'm just going to go ahead and toss it with a little bit of just basic canola oil, and I'm going to use a little bit of garlic salt as well on it. Okay, just do that. Give it a tear. Toss it in. Yeah, because I figure by the time I'm doing that, or I've done this, it'll be warm enough that the dough will have re-risen, and in that time it should be good enough to bake. And then once it's done baking, they should be separate enough that I can separate them from the pan, toss them in more garlic butter, and then rebake them with tomato sauce, extra cheese, and a little bit of pepperoni on top. Right on. Okay, and again, as well, if anybody has any questions about food culture, recipe ideas, recipe questions, anything like that, you guys go ahead, leave those comments in the comment section below for me, and I will try to answer them as much as humanly possible. Okay, so done the first bit of knots. Okay. Snow melted from yesterday. McHugh and Beverly, hey, how are ya? I appreciate you for being here. It is going really good today. It wasn't as bad as yesterday. Yesterday was kind of a bitter day here in Calgary, Alberta. But to be honest with you, we're starting to get this really great, still pretty cold, but it's the wind's kind of died down, so it's relatively mild. From Surrey Nation, hey, right on, dude. You getting some snow melt? It's fantastic. Yeah, because I figure like once the, what do you call it? The weather lets up and all that good stuff. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Everything is good. Sazzy, hey, how are ya? Charletto, are you cold? Furnace broke down. I'm always generally just a little bit on the chilly side, but I do like keeping my windows open just because I like it fresh. Where am I from? I'm from Calgary, Alberta. Cheese, thank you so much for the follow. And who is that? Rihel, thank you. I am Filipino, yes sir. What am I cooking tonight? I am cooking, since it is still a cold night, I wanted something just a little bit warming, something that will really get you going. So tonight we're doing the chicken corn egg drop soup. And on the side, I'm doing a little bit of these garlic knot bake. My wife sent me this wicked TikTok of this place in Brooklyn that does these like garlic knots. They'll bake them up as knots, like I'm doing right now. All right, toss them into a pan, and then they bake them off with a bit of all like oil, a little bit of garlic powder, all that good stuff. Best time for a medium rare steak, to be honest, it actually depends on on the thickness of your steak. In all opinion, the best way to approach steak is to get a thermometer and then watch it until it goes up to about 121 to 124 degrees and allowed to rest for the carryover. So it'll still be warm and it'll carry over into about your perfect 125. If you don't have a thermometer, best time, to be honest with you, again, it depends on the thickness of the steak. So what I would do is that if you go like this, right, that's your blue rare, medium well, right, that, well done. Or sorry, that, well done, not this. Cheese, yeah, we do be cold here in Canada, baby. It's weird for a spring. Gene from Saskatchewan, how are ya? I hope everything's good out there. I heard the weather's not too bad, a little bit on the cold, snowy side as well. We got feels like minus 33. Oh man, yeah, we had that this morning, dude. The weather in Calgary, it's milder. I guess it's warming up a little bit as the next few days kind of roll through. So hopefully by Sunday this week, it should be not too bad. Thanks from Ontario. Yeah, dude. I hope Ontario's doing really good. Lynn Lem, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Sassy, you're 3 hours from me. That means you're in what? You're in Edmonton. Or no, wait, sorry. Or you said you were in Saskatchewan? I can't remember now. A lot of messages going on right now. No. Yeah, that means you must be like up north. YEG, yeah. Yeah, because I heard Edmonton's getting the kind of the same thing that we are, which is nuts. Jord, thanks so much for sharing the live. I appreciate you, dude. Yeah, I got some family up in Edmonton, so I know what it is. Had me sold at the garlic bake. Yay, right on, dude. Yeah, so again, for this garlic bake as well, I just bought like a pizza dough. I didn't really have the time today to make a dough. But what's awesome is if you guys are in Canada right now, it's not an ad, but Superstore has these like double, you can get 2 pizza doughs. I think they're about 8 ounces a piece for like $3. So if you guys wanted to do anything with pizza dough or experiment with that kind of stuff, Dorito Duster, right on. Thanks a lot, man. Yeah, it's a cold day, so I really wanted to have something for my wife and my kid, something nourishing, something really warm. But yeah, the pizza dough is like, it's going for about roughly $3, so it's $1.50 per dough, which is really, really great for the price. And then you can pretty much dress it up as you would. You made a crunch wrap. Oh, dude, hell yeah. I was actually going to be doing a taco night probably in the next, I'm doing 4 streams this week. So it would be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Have I watched The Bear? Absolutely, I have. There's a lot of my favorite chefs are actually on The Bear. They all make cameos and shit, which is hilarious. The crunch wraps, oh man. So the thing is that what I love about the crunch wrap is I like doing, is it Crunch Wrap Supreme? I'm not actually quite sure, but it's a soft taco on the outside. It's some of your refried beans, right? And then it's going to be the hard shell taco down, all the filling of your tacos folded, right? And then you just give it a quick sear in the pan so it's all kind of crispy. Yes, I love Matty Matheson. He was one of my favorites. Same with Action Bronson when he was still doing cooking or like food related stuff. I love that whole generation of cooks, right? Because they all kind of like for like the popular in the 2013s. And that's my shit. Like really dank food, really easy, really accessible. I really love that kind of stuff. Yeah. C3C3, thank you so much. I appreciate you for following. Welcome to the live. To be honest with you, a lot of it is actually pretty accurate. It's about as accurate as I would say. It was curated to be accurate. So if you've ever seen like Burnt, or if you've ever seen like The Menu, even, which is kind of morbid, it's all fairly accurate. As well as I really love this one TV show out of Britain. It only got 8 episodes. It was called Whites. To me, distinct for a comedy, very distinctly accurate for the way of their plating, way of their execution, general kitchen, I guess kitchen workflow, all that good stuff. When in the Jollibee spaghetti recipe? Oh man, to be honest with you, I haven't even thought about doing a sweet spaghetti recipe, but I can definitely add that to the list. Thank you for mentioning that. It's bomb, yeah. Isn't in Toronto Bauhaus as well with from Eddie Huang, or is that in New York? I know a lot of guys have a bunch of really great. Jupe Studio, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Kitchen nightmares. Oh man. Yeah, I know a lot of people do have like these pop-ups type spots in Toronto, as well as like places like New York. California is like a hit or miss because like everyone has a spot there. But Lauren Favell, thank you so much for the follow from Vancouver. Hey, right on, dude. One of my favorite cities. How are you today? I hope everything's good out there. I hope your weather is better. I know you guys had like the worst winter in a while. Dorito Duster, thank you so much for the follow as well. I appreciate you guys. And anybody in the live right now, if you guys have a quick chance, if you can do me a solid, please spam the likes for me. Again, it helps me in the algorithm, helps me find like-minded people like yourselves, people that want to talk about food culture, restaurant culture, chef culture, recipes, recipe ideas, all that good stuff, okay? And if you can as well, share this live, because most likely, if you guys are here, you know at least one other person that would love to be here as well. Oh, it snowed last night, but it's gone. Oh, you're so lucky. God, I love Vancouver. And Seofra Ashling, thank you so much for the follow. I also appreciate you for being here. Welcome. I have been to Montreal, but it's been a while. It's been at least maybe 15 years. Because I did know a few chefs and restaurants that were working in the scene. Fall Christmas. Hey, what's good, dude? Welcome to the live. I appreciate you for being here, dude. How are you? I hope you're having a really great Monday. I hope everyone's having a really great start to their week, because I know Mondays are usually kind of trash. Luckily for me, I've always had Mondays off, and I've had them for the last like fucking 10 years of my life. Okay, so while this is kind of just sitting and proofing, I have these garlic knots kind of in. I'm going to let them do their thing and kind of space them out just a little bit. Okay, so again, this is about from I'm going to say like an 8-ounce dough, like a whole 8-ounce dough. I do have another one in the freezer I could bring out, but I think this will be enough just for the 3 of us tonight. And again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to now just probably let this rise. Actually, before I let it rise, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it with a little bit of oil and a little bit of garlic salt, just to get that kind of loose, so that when I do separate them, they do separate easily at the same time. When I put the knots in with the garlic butter, it'll be a really nice separation. Ever cooked diabetic food? Yes, I have. I actually used to work at a retirement home the last 5 years. So I did get a lot of experience in a lot of like different food ailment stuff. Everything from Crohn's to diabetic. We did have a lot of recipes that were aimed for diabetic people, but also for regular people. So we did a lot of substitutions. As well as there's a lot of actually like different like gastrointestinal stuff like that. People that had high or low blood sugars. But diabetic was like the main one of the main ones. Jube Studio, hey man, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. I try to create just an atmosphere or like a community of people that are just, just down with it, down for having really good food, but at the same time willing to have great conversations. So if you're following, I appreciate you for being here, and you're going to love the community that I have had the fortunate chance of like actually meeting all these people. So yeah, great people, loving, caring, sharing. It's awesome. You're diabetic. It's interesting. Okay, so cool. So what you can do, I know you can have some things. I don't know the level or the intensity of your diabetes, but if you go ahead and give me a DM in my DMs after Jube Studio for all the tiny dinies. Damn, dude, thank you so much. I appreciate you for doing that. Wow. So awesome. But yeah, give me a DM. I can definitely help you out with anything that you need in terms of suggestions. Damn, bread and pastas, hey? Are you unable to eat most pastas, things like wheat, things like regular flour pastas, like semolina flours? Or can you actually eat things that are like more like the gluten-free pastas that are made of like chickpeas or any of those substitutions? But yeah, by all means, hit me in the comments or in the DMs. I'd be more than happy to try to give you a hand or get you a leg up on what you're doing with your diabetes or your diabetes going forward. Yeah, and I find most places don't accommodate diabetic-friendly menus. Val Hearts, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Healthier breads, right on. Yeah, Jube Studio, I appreciate you for all those little tiny dinies, man. I really do. Thank you so much. It's all trial and error. Yeah, definitely give me a DM. We'll talk. I appreciate anybody that is trying to better themselves in their in their journey, especially if you have ailments like that. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's always super important to be able to encourage people to try new things, especially when they have to, right? Gluten-free doesn't mean it has to be bad. All that good stuff. You love egg drop soup? Oh, hell yeah, dude. So I have that going right now. So, okay, so I'm going to let this kind of just rest for a second, get up to temperature, and do that thing while I get the basis of my egg drop soup kind of started. So Chinese egg drop soup essentially is probably one of the easiest recipes. Yeah, eggs are really great for diabetes as well. Yeah, because it's low sugar, but again, at the same time, like, it's good to be able to pair it with certain things. So if you do, like I said, give me a DM. I do have a couple recipes for you, I think, because if you like frittatas, or if you like things like quiche, stuff like that, and do like really solid egg baits, you'll still get a good amount of your protein, while being able to have like not miss out on things like crust. And you've had your blood sugar drop on eggs. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing for you? Jube Studio, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, you know, I try to come on here. I just try to like influence people as best as I can, and I appreciate the gifts when they do come in because they're muchly appreciated. Wow, thank you so much for all the roses, bro. Oh my goodness. And also, Jupe Studio, if you're a content creator as well, what kind of stuff? Wow, goddamn, you hit hard. Damn, man, thank you so much, bro. Yeah, so as well, you're a creator. What kind of stuff do you like creating? I will definitely have to hit you in with a follow back. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Okay, so for my egg drop soup, so what I do for this one, it's a super simple, easy, nourishing soup, but I decided to add a little bit of chicken so it has a good amount of protein. The corn is pretty standard. I was able to go to the store. These are on sale, which is awesome. So I got a can of niblets, which is like the whole corn pieces, and a larger can of the cream corn, which will add density and thickness to your soup in total. Bridget, hey, how are you? Happy Monday as well. Hope you're having a really great Monday. Too hard to find cookware and colors. So Bisu, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. So hard to find cookware and colors. To be honest with you, if you really wanted to find cookware, there's some really great sites where you can do custom chef clothing, like chef's jackets, aprons, stuff like that. You're a small business owner in Ontario, custom clothing on Etsy, and that's so cool. Right on, dude. Yeah, I love, I love other small businesses. I love people that just, they take the plunge. Because again, I haven't worked in a kitchen, like in a legitimate kitchen, since September. And again, I'm just trying to right now just pave my own way because as much as I love working in kitchens, I don't necessarily love working at restaurants anymore. I kind of grew out of it personally. So I'm just kind of trying to focus right now on trying to create a really substantial community of like-minded people that want to up their at-home cooking game, while at the same time trying to finish writing my cookbook and all that stuff with Patreon. I have one pink and one blue pan. Oh, yeah. Are you talking about cookware? Like you're talking about this kind of stuff. If that's the case, I do highly recommend... there is really great sites dedicated to... Actually, this might be a little bit much, so I'm just going to throw a little bit of that in there. There's some really great sites dedicated to like cute cookware, but I will say cute is good, but functional is better as always. In this case, these Gothams, again, not an ad, but I don't mind these. Like for the price value, they really hold up to as advertised. I've had ones that were like nonstick pans or like I guess separate pans that were a little bit more expensive in my formerly, and they just didn't hold up as well as I thought they would. So we're having pizza and DQ ice cream cake. Oh, that's so tight. I love DQ ice cream cakes. And also, happy birthday to him. I appreciate you for being here. I hope he's been having a great Monday for his birthday. That's cool. In person, everything is great. Yeah. Yeah. Donna, thank you so much for the heart me. I appreciate you for that. Oh, okay. You do color therapy. That's tight. Yeah, but there is these wicked ones that are like, what do you call it? They're like almost like neon green, neon pink. I don't remember the brand, but you can definitely, if you search them up on Google, they will definitely give you a couple of those brands as well. And they're all relatively non-stick, so you don't have to season them. You don't have to get all that kind of stuff as well. You were a goth as a teen? Me too. Hard. Yeah, I find, what do you call it? Part-time work is kind of tough right now, especially in Canada. But yeah, what I'm finding really nice about the live streaming is, again, things like this, meeting really, really cool, great people. Yeah, meeting great people like this is just something that really I find inspiring, especially considering I have these really great followers who also take the time to actually like do my recipes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's super, super motivating for me. Well, boy, what's good, dude? It's always great to have you, man. I appreciate you for being here. You're Canadian too, Ottawa gang. Hey, right on. A lot of Ontario folks in here. Snow is almost melted. Man, I wish. I think we're about a week or so away from getting into like slowly into the spring kind of motions. Fall Christmas, by all means, man. If there's any recipes from my previous lives, anything like that, go ahead, hit me in the DMs. I would be more than happy to walk you through them, okay? And Caitlin Curtis, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you for being here. Welcome. You're going to love the community that we have here. Lots of great people. Okay, so for egg drop soup, right now, I'm just going to go ahead with just some onions and celery. Get those sweating out right now. Usually you only stick with a little bit of, what do you call it, just white onion. But at the same time, I really wanted to kind of make sure that I'm infusing a lot of just general extra flavors, making it more of like a chicken soup with like an egg drop soup, kind of more simultaneously, really bringing up that savory flavor. Always clean with B. Thank you so much for the follow as well. I appreciate you for being here. You've been in kitchen hand most of your life, never cut yourself. Yeah, actually, that's a really good thing. Me personally, I've cut my hand open on many occasions. So the fact that you haven't, right on, dude. Okay, so check this out. I got all these kind of now proof. They're all now taking on just a little bit more of a more soft, supple kind of shape. And they're definitely more airy. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop these into a 400-degree oven and get those on the go right now. Soup as your future, absolutely. And remember, soups don't have to be thin. They can be super dense, super thick, full of the vegetables that you really need, as well as your broths can really have or encourage a lot of nutrient and vitamin intake. Okay, so so soups, in my opinion, are still they remain nourishing, right? And that's a really important factor. Lesson learned, don't cut on top of the stove. Oh man, you cut your nail and finger? Yeah, I've done that a bunch of times. That sucks. But I hope you're okay. I hope you were able to wrap it up. I remember the very first time that I cut this nail off, right? This one. I was getting too cocky. And then I was focused more on trying to get my thumb behind my hand. This is what I was still trying to learn. It does suck. But I remember I had this one guy, he was my chef. It was Ryan, or is it Mike? It was Ryan, I think. This big dude. And he's one of those tough love kind of guys. So I snipped my finger, and I definitely took the entire nail off, except for like the sides a little bit. And like my knife was so sharp. It's one of the knives I have here. It just took it off, boom. And I'm like holding it. I'm like, God damn it. And he looks and he's like, oh crap, that sucks. So what he did is he took, and the nail was still on the blade. So what he did is he just straight up, he was like, all right, check this out. And he just hit it with salt, squeeze a lemon, and they put the piece of like of the nail back onto my finger and then wrapped it. And, and then just back to normal, like back to work as normal. I've never cut that finger ever again. Carrot, coconut, wild rice, curry soup. Oh, you know that's good. Damn. With honey cornbread. Oh, yeah, dude. That is, and siofra, I would recommend as well. Always, every time you're cutting, when you're dealing with the knife, right? My fingers are always curled in, right? As you can see, right? Pinkies all the way back, thumbs all the way back, supporting the back of the vegetable or whatever I'm cutting. And when my knife lands, it's like that, right? It's very far away from your nails. The problem with everybody that does cut their fingers open is that they allow the release of their hand, right? When I cut, it's always I'm usually just supporting with just these two fingers, and I'm just kind of going through the motions against the first and second knuckle on my finger, okay? Right? But again, also don't rush, right? Rushing always creates problems. I don't recommend the salt and lemon is what I'm saying, is that it hurt for a second after I cut my finger because it was more of a shock thing. The second he slapped on the salt and lemon, it was just like, here, this is a lesson, right? I was like, God damn, yeah. Like you can feel your soul just popping out your back of your body. Pop open sea urchin. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. The thing is, look, again, knife use and all that good stuff comes in time, right? It's all about an investment of time, and I wanted carrot bad. I hear ya. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you're hangry, you just can't think. I get it. But again, when it comes to knives, again, in Filipino culture, we use it for everything. Whittling your carrots, whittling your garlic, small item things with your hands. You just kind of get used to it, right? But again, that kind of comes with the territory of time and practice, which requires a sharp knife. Yeah, because I when I was coming up in like French cuisine, as well as doing seafood cuisines, we had to do thousands of oysters in my time, and a lot of the time we just had like a regular oyster shucking knife, which are like ultra sharp, no glove and just a cloth, right? So you just kind of got to get used to like just putting it under your palm, getting the feel for how you work with your knife as well as how it releases. Fall Christmas love. Yeah, we had a pretty good weekend. It was really busy. I wasn't able to come on live yesterday strictly because after I was done filming for the short film that I'm working on, I was so burnt out. It was a long day. But I hope you as well had a great Saturday and Sunday. Hope weather was good and you're able to get out of the house, do the things that you wanted to do. Just bite and spit out the carrot ends. You live with 14 Filipinos. Damn, where do you live? What? Like, do you live in like a complex? Like they all live in like, or do you live in like a small like a townhome community, condos, stuff like that? Okay, so now I have my white onions and my celery nicely sweating, and they're almost becoming nice and clarified. You can see we're getting this really great color, and it's becoming very soft. So at this point, they will finish off in the broth. So with that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it with some garlic. That's ginger. Oh, I'll have to use this. Okay. Hearts, clubs, diamonds, spades. Hey, thanks so much, bro. Thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate you. What do you call it? Those pips mean a lot more to me than you can ever imagine, because as a magician, I really enjoy those things. MJ Roz, what's good, bro? How are you doing tonight? Oh, you live in a hostel? Right on. And Candy, thank you so much for the follow as well. Welcome, guys. I appreciate you guys for being here on the live with me. And again, you guys, if you are following, you guys are going to love the community of people that we have here. Amazing personalities, loving, caring, sharing. Everyone's here for the same purpose. Everyone is a foodie here, and I love it. Candy, thank you so much for the heart me. I appreciate you for doing that. Filipinoy. And you live with 150 Filipinos at a campground. Whoa. I mean, that's pretty cool. The food around there must just smell so fire. Okay, so in the pan, I just hit with just a little bit of, so I had some leftover minced garlic, so I'm going to go ahead and just give that a quick sear, all right? And then to this, because you just want the garlic to kind of just get to the point where it's aromatic. You don't want it to get pushed too far. Okay, and anybody that's in the live right now, if you guys can do me a solid, go ahead, spam the like buttons for me. Again, that helps me in the algorithm. It helps me find like-minded people just like yourselves, people who want to talk about food culture, recipe ideas, restaurant culture, all that good stuff. And then it would help me out a lot as well if you guys can share this live. Most likely, if you're here, you guys definitely know more, at least one person. Try to sound more generic. I definitely can. And explicit, the menu tonight, sir, is I'm doing a chicken and corn egg drop soup. I have some nice chicken thighs just kind of braising in the back here, so they're really soft. They'll be really tender. Once they come off, I'll let them rest, and they'll be coming off the bone really, really easily. And then for the side, I'm going to be doing these garlic knots, which should be probably coming out in the next couple minutes. Oh, it's okay, man. I'm used to trolls. Usually people like them, they don't have like anything else other than that to add to the conversation. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and he can go ahead and watch if he so chooses. Where can I check out some of your recipes? You can, if you see on any of my, on anything on my TikTok page that you might be into, I do post at the end of all of my lives. I try to post basically what I have at the end of the night. Take pictures, take video, post what I did, and the plating. If you see any of those that you really enjoy, just go ahead, give me a DM, and I'd be more than happy to give you the recipe and the and the follow through on how to make it. Okay, Jordan, what's good, man? Welcome. I appreciate you for being here. I'm doing pretty good. It's been a really, really good day so far. How about you? I hope you're having a really great Monday. Hope it's been nice and relaxed, not too cold. Recipe. Noel or No Line. I don't know how to say that name, but thank you so much. This kind of recipe, since it is cold out, I wanted something really, really nourishing for this evening's dinner. And good luck, Jade. Thank you so much for the follow as well. I appreciate it. You eat sushi with lettuce, not nori. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Because what I really love is doing like what do you call it? There's you do like it's like crab filling. Like, the sushi crab filling that you make with like Kewpie mayo, like imitation crab. You can add a little bit of sprouts. You can add kind of any watery type of cucumber, shredded pickled carrots, all that good stuff. Put that inside of a lettuce wrap. Killer. And you don't even have to use crab either. You can also use roasted chicken, all that good stuff. Silent Sam food. Bug James, I am doing well, man. How about yourself? How are you on this really nice Monday? I hope you're having a really great day. And thank you so much again for joining. I appreciate you for being here. Okay, I'm just going to hit with just a little bit of this chicken base. It's the powdered chicken stock. Right? I'm just going to stir that in. Okay, boom. And again, this kind of chicken stock isn't the low sodium, so you do have to go easy on it whenever you are using it. Rana Abu, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. How are you today? I hope you're having a really great Monday. Tried marinated crab? Yes, I have tried marinated crab. It really depends. It's overrated depending on where you are. In Alberta, people here will eat seafood like crazy, so it hasn't hit that level where it's like overdone. But if you go to like places like far east or far west coast, anything that's like port side or anybody that can get fresh seafood in that capacity, it definitely, I feel, can get played out really, really quickly. You had a road game. Oh man, How long were you out for the whole weekend type thing? You can eat crab, but you can't eat lobster. That's crazy. And it's not, that means it's not necessarily a shellfish thing. Correct? My culture, marinate fish with lemon. Yeah, dude. Yeah, in the Philippines, we do a lot of marinating our, like, say, white fishes or shrimps and stuff like that with not only citrus, but we also use elements like Maggi or fish sauce or like Maggi seasoning, like soy sauce or regular soy sauce, as well as, like, you know, calamansi. We use lemon. Limes, not so much because we have calamansi in the Philippines, but we do use it. As well, what's really great is you can use things like coconut milk or coconut cream, which is really great because then once you spice it, add all these rich flavors to it. Lemongrass, yeah, or like even in like Thai food, you can add all of the, I guess just like regular local herbs to it. Simmer it off really, really slowly. Get your fish nice and decadent and tender. That served over rice as a curry, amazing. Jesse, how are you? Hope you're having a really great Monday. To enjoy cooking, like maybe the setup and patience part. Okay, so when it comes to doing a setup, how do I describe this? When it comes to cooking, for me, it's all, me personally, I love things that are on the fly, but that is just my own opinion. Because... yeah, it's just my opinion, just because I love doing things kind of on the fly. That's why I love going to the grocery store on a daily, because I live just down the block from one. So I can get inspired by things that are both on sale and in season. And I can just really kind of come up with a dish or come up with an idea for dinner or lunch or stuff like that. When it comes to cooking, like your setup, it's all about mise en place. So what I love to do or love to advocate for is that you always have the containers. Like anyone that's that knows my lives or is used to my lives being here, I always advocate go to like what do you call it, like a kitchen supply store and grab the 1 liter containers as well. You can also grab the ½ liter containers. Right? These are washable, reusable. They're really great for cooking because then what you can put all of your cut vegetables and stuff like this into the 1 liters, have them on the side, and then you don't have to worry about cooking all their stuff all at once. It's all organized, and you can go ahead and just kind of just cook, flow with the way of cooking. Nanners is here for snacks. Hey, MJ, hello, how are you? I hope you're having a really great Monday. Thank you so much for joining. And Aiden's Mons 14, thank you for joining as well. I hope you're having a great Monday. How are you? Hi, honey. How's your day? Meh. You have a good day? Meh. Okay, so in the pot right now for the egg drop soup, I just hit it with about 2 liters of cold water in here. I'm now going to turn off the heat from my chicken thighs. They should be
asking if you have a link for the thing, but I said we could find one.
Yeah, I can definitely try to find one.
Elise.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I can definitely just hit me in the DMs, Elise, and I can try to help you try to find what you're looking for on Amazon, okay? Because that's a really great source to be able to find that kind of stuff. MJ, you're just relying 9 p.m. there. Damn, what part of the where are you at, or where are you at right now? Sorry, that was horrible English. Okay, so in the back here, I've had chicken thighs just kind of braising really, really slowly in a bit of garlic powder, sesame oil, and I feel I put something else in, and a little bit of garlic hoisin, okay? Oh, and Nova Scotia, that makes sense. Right on, dude. I hope you're having a really great day, and it's not too crazy. User, no. Right now, I'm just kind of getting into the thick of it. Right now, I got my garlic knots coming out of the oven. Beautiful. Right, so we got these guys puffed up. Really nice. Good color on the bottoms. So we're just going to let these guys rest for a quick second, all right? And then I'm going to be hitting them with a little bit of garlic butter. JR, I'm in Calgary, Alberta, sir. You got rid of all your snow? Had a ton of rain. Rain. And now it's +8. Damn. Yo, that's awesome. Yes, for this recipe right here, I actually just chose to go ahead and just buy, store-bought. I went to Superstore. They have a deal. They're extremely cheap. It saves you a whole lot of time and effort. But if you do want to make your own pizza dough, by all means. I bought this at, about the dough. It's 2 8-ounce lumps of dough at Superstore for roughly about $3. Are the cinnamon buns for dessert tonight? No. So these guys were here. I'm actually not doing a dessert today, just because I think this will be a pretty rich kind of dinner. So I think it'll pretty much put everyone over. If they do want something at the end, I'm more than happy to probably just make them a little bit of like a couple scoops of ice cream, like a little bit of sundaes or something like that. You had 7 feet of snow. Oh my God. I haven't seen that in years. That's a crazy amount of snow. Yeah, I think the last couple of days we accumulated the equivalent of maybe about 1.5 feet. Okay, so so in a small container, what I am going to do is I'm just going to take just the rest of this butter that I have here, right? Use that up, boom, right? And I got these little bit of garlic. All right, I'm just going to go ahead, cut these up just pretty roughly, I think. I'm just going to give them a crush. Cut them up nice and rough, and then go from there. As well, so now I got the chicken kind of resting. It's been about, I'm going to say, almost an hour and a half in a really low temperature braise, but now you can see like how tender it is. Right, how much it's just falling apart, all that stuff. So this will make it. This will make deboning very, very easy. As well, with it stewing in the back, I'm actually going to just go ahead, take all the rest of this stock, throw it into here.
Funny Bunny is asking, what's a garlic knot?
Funny Bunny. Okay, so what a garlic knot is basically what I did is I took pizza dough. All right, and then I rolled it out really, really thinly, and I just created a knot. Right, boom. And then before I hit it in the oven, I did hit it with a little bit of just a little bit of canola oil and a little bit of garlic salt to kind of make sure that it maintained a good amount of sodium as well as like a savory fragrance and flavor very lightly, because as these rest, I'm actually going to go ahead and toss them with a little bit of this garlic butter on top. Then I'm going to hit it with some marinara sauce, pepperoni, and cheese, and then rebake it. It's going to be the gnarliest kind of side dish. Yeah, it's going to be gnarly. You know what I'm saying? Good taxi driver. Hey, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate you for being here. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just break down a few hits of garlic. All right, nothing too crazy. But I am just using garlic cloves that I found I had in the fridge. So I'm just going to just work those out as well. This one has a bit of a core, so I'll pull that off. And then for this, I don't know how many cloves I'm going to use. If you were to do this at home, just follow your heart, okay? Wait, what's that? What do you say usually?
Measure that with your heart.
Yeah, measure with your heart. Because that's a saying Shannon used to say. It used to bug me all the time, because coming from like French culinary, you usually measure everything. But in this case, just go with how much garlic you want. It doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, it'll be delicious. You know what I'm saying? If it's enough to keep the vampires out of your way, you laughing. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull this shit off right here. Boom. Give that a quick smash. And this one. So yeah, I'm using roughly, I'd say closer to a dozen garlic cloves. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw it into my container with the butter. Okay, so this just needs it can't be a super rough chop. It needs to at least have a chance to break down. Because again, if you're okay with larger garlic pieces in your bite, then that's all good. I prefer not to, just because I find really chunky pieces of garlic to be kind of offensive to me. So I'm just going to break it down so that at least everything's kind of uniform, and that every time you take a bite, you're not crunching on just garlic. It has like a very uniform, buttery garlic flavor. Okay, so things like that. Yeah, it's a gnarly amount. It is actually a crazy amount. But we love garlic in this house. Like my wife's lunch alone has like so much garlic. Because we do the hummus and we do like the garlic stuffed olives, all that stuff. Okay. Okay. Send like 3 in a box, so it's a pound or so of garlic. Yeah. Do I make curry as well? I can. I actually am waiting for my buddy to. He's also a TikTok creator. He also is a chef that I know. He does comedy content, and I do want to have him on this show to show you guys a really incredibly great curry recipe that he has. Because why do a recipe when I can get it from the source? You know what I'm saying? JR, yes, I do have one little BB. Have you ever entered your food in contests? I have. Actually, I've had, in Calgary alone, I've had, when I was at one restaurant, I had 2 of my pizzas. I think this was in 2012. Were rated top 10 in the city. I had one specialty dessert at one of my bistro restaurants way back 2007, something like that. That won best dessert in the city. I think it was top 5. As well as I've entered a couple competitions myself, but it's not something that I do anymore. I don't have the spine strength for any of that. I roast the garlic and butter in can and small jars. That's really cool. Yeah, you do almost like a confit garlic, which is really nice. Because I used to do that as well. I used to go get like a big bag like this of garlic, already peeled, dump that into a pot like this. Enough oil to cover it, and then you let it just go over the whole day, so it's really jammy. You can spread it on your garlic toast. You can jar it up as best as you want. You're planning on making Thai curry, Lynn? Right on, dude. Let me know if you need anything, because we have some legit Thai curry paste gifted to us from.
Imported from actual Thailand.
Actually from Thailand. My brother-in-law at least, was nice enough to bring it back for us, and I cannot wait to use that. Yo, hey, but that's the best part about eating garlic. You know what I'm saying? It's delicious, and your breath is just ganked after. And JR, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it.
Wants to know what was on the pizza.
What was on the pizza?
Maybe the garlic.
Oh, the garlic knots. Okay, so the garlic knots, essentially what I'm going to be doing right now is garlic butter. I'm going to be slapping that thing on heavy onto this. And then on top, I'm sorry, I'm just going to give it a quick toss in here with the garlic butter. I'm just going to give this a quick microwave really quickly. Then I'm going to top it with marinara sauce. Boom. Right? I'm going to hit it with pepperoni. And then I'm going to hit it with all the cheese that I can find in my fridge. And it's going to be like 3 cheeses. So it's going to be like your pizza mozzarella, your blended cheddar, as well as I have some extra poutine cheese, like cheese curds. So I'm just going to...
pizza that won the contest.
Oh, okay. So the pizza that I had was... here, this one. So the pizzas that won my contest, essentially, were... I did a Canadian pizza, or a Canadian style pizza, which was basically just bacon, pepperoni, mushrooms, but with spinach on thin crust with garlic, with a garlic butter and Parmesan sprinkle on the crust. The second one was the pepperoni. No, sorry, it was a cheeseburger pizza, right? But I did it like a Big Mac, and that one was like, it was like best in Calgary because no one was doing it. Yeah, and then if you want to know the dessert was my version of a dessert poutine, right? And it is a version that continually no one does, which is fantastic because it will then be submitted into my cookbook by the end of the year. So everyone can have it. Yo, feta on pizza is not too bad, but it's got to have, like, for me, if feta is going to be on pizza, there has to be olives. It has to be like a Greek style pizza, essentially, right? But it has to have a lot of meat. It has to have some fresh squeezed lemon. You know what I'm saying? And that stuff is just fire. Dessert poutine, yeah, exactly. It's not something that's really widely talked about, or I know some places do it, but they don't do it well. Hot sauce and honey on pizza. Yo, I love hot honey on a pepperoni pizza. I did that last night, actually. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm just going to get this into the microwave just for a quick second.
Blueberry hot sauce on popcorn.
Whoa! What did they say? Did they say something that just sounds just fire or what? Blueberry hot sauce on popcorn. Oh man, I am definitely going to try that. Oh my God. Yo, you do like a blueberry hot sauce powder on popcorn and serve it on a side of steak with fucking fried potatoes. Making some Oklahoma smash burgers. Yeah, dude. Right on, yo. If you do it like deli, like Oklahoma deli style, or not deli, like Waffle House style, where you smash two, boom, right? And you stack up everything and then put them together on top of a toasted butter bun. Damn. It means spicy. Have you ever made a pizza on live? I have. I've made pizza twice? Once.
Yeah, once.
Yes. In that case, I have made pizza on live.
I can't remember which one though.
I think it was a thin crust pepperoni. Yeah, actually, it was a thin crust pepperoni because we had a hankering. It was pepperoni, pizza, wings.
Oh yeah.
And we did, because again, we have a kiddo, but we had a hankering for pub food, so we just did a pub night. A dish that you love to call Irish stir fry. That's awesome. Yeah, honestly, hot honey is so fire, especially if you can find it. Like, it's not crazy hot, but if you wanted hot honey as well. Oh, excuse me. Penny's mom, thanks so much for the follow. But if you want to do hot honey as well, I just recommend, just go get some honey, a little bit of sriracha, or honey, and you can also do it. I've seen it with Tabasco, or you can make a chili oil, like a paprika and cayenne chili oil, just like for Nashville hot chicken wings or Nashville hot sandwiches, right? Throw some of that into your honey, give it a stir to your likeness, and then gorgeous, just fantastic. Why you read my comment quietly? Superfly.
What did you make for the Super Bowl?
Oh, what did I make for the Super Bowl? Okay, sorry, I didn't see it. That's my fault. What did I make for the Super Bowl? We went over to my wife's friend Carly's. So I did dank nachos. My contribution, at least, was really like 4-layer dank nachos, as well as I did a pulled pork cornbread. We're doing breakfast. Penny's mom, absolutely. Yo, hey, write it down, put it on the back burner. I guarantee once you have like hot honey, it'll change your life. You literally be using that on everything. It also is amazing on toast. Toast with bacon is incredible. Cauliflower crust pizza, yeah. If it's done right, it is a damn good crust. Me personally, what I really got into was what I liked is hash brown crust pizzas. Those are fire. Or even like you can do like hash brown buns for a burger, which is even crazier. So it's just like there's no gluten, but it's like ultra crunchy. You get all like your fries and your burger simultaneously. It's amazing. Stone, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you for being here. Welcome. Yeah, you can definitely do. That's what we call. It's more of a Frank's honey, like a hot honey Frank's. Rather than a hot honey. So if you're going to do a hot honey, make sure that the quantity of hot sauce is lower than the proportion of your honey. Definitely. Yeah, man. Share 3-4 recipes. Let me know. All right. And I will be making those either this week or next week for you, okay? Red pepper jelly. Yeah, red pepper jelly absolutely works. 100%. And Tracy Evelyn, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you for being here as well. Welcome. You guys are going to love the people that we have here in our community. And anybody that's in the live right now, if you haven't done so, click the follow button to stay updated on this on the page as much as you can for anything coming up in the future as well. If you can, go ahead, spam the like button for me, because again, that helps me in the algorithm find like-minded people just like yourselves, people that want to talk about food culture, all that good stuff, okay? And if you also have a chance, share this live, because most likely if you're here, you guys do know somebody that will be here as well. Do I have a restaurant here in Calgary? No, I've ran a lot of the restaurants here in the city in the last 20 years. So you most likely would have known or at least eaten at one of them. I hope Airdrie is really good too. They have a great restaurant scene right now. Hey, look at this guy. Thank you so much for that, Heart Me. I appreciate it. And Karen, how are you? Welcome. It's good to see you. Alicia, what's up, dude? Just got back from your road trip. I hope that was nice and safe. Where'd you end up going? Okay, so I got my butter all nice and melted. I'm just letting the garlic kind of sit in it for a quick second while I try to finish off this soup. So now with the chicken, since it is braised, one of the main reasons that I love kind of braising the meat ahead of time. Again, this is chicken that's been braised for the last about hour and a half on, like medium low, just on a nice small simmer. It doesn't have to be too rapid or anything like that. Elise, random question. Where did you meet your wife? Sometime during high school, through a friend of ours.
Exotic asked, how you doing today?
And Exotic, I am doing really well. I hope you're having a really great Monday as well. Hope your Monday's been nice, relaxing, a good start to your week. And Slade, what's good, dude? Good to see ya. It was treacherous. Yeah, the weather must have been crazy. We got married in 2013. Okay, so the reason that I love braising out the chicken, all that stuff, is that it is now just so crazy soft, right? As you can see it here, the best thing about it is that you no longer need to shred it with like a fork. You can literally just push it down, pull the meat off, and then pull out any of the excess bones and all that stuff, if there is any, right? Which is awesome. And I kept the skin on just so you have that little bit of extra flavor and textures going into your soup, okay? So with this, it's just now been smashed down just a little bit. I'm gonna pull that piece out, okay? Just a little bit. I'm just gonna go ahead, roughly chop it, throw it into the mix. Okay, and I'm going to do this with all of the pieces of chicken.
Is your page mostly about food or random stuff too? And then someone asked, high school sweethearts, and then Slade asked, what's going on with you?
Okay, so Young Royal, hey, food's coming along real good, son. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so wait, what was the first question? My page is about food. Yes, right now my main page is pretty much all my pages are mostly food related or food kind of stuff. But I am also a magician and a videographer and filmographer. So if you go deep into my page, you'll also see stuff like me doing magic and stuff like that. But yeah, I try to keep it more on the food side just because that's one of my passions, but I do interject with other things. Food's coming along really good. Alana Riley, what's good? Hope you're having a really great day. Yeah, the garlic knots, wait until you see what I do with them, dude. You'll learn today. You know what I'm saying? Alana Riley, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Yeah, fall Christmas, I do a card sleight of hand. That's one of those things that I told myself I would do when I became a parent. Just because I didn't want to be like a normal, one of them boring ass normal dads. Not saying that being a normal dad's a bad thing. Just, I just didn't really see the point of those dudes with their man caves. Okay, so with the drumstick, which is awesome about the drumstick, is you literally can just like push it down, like whap, and then just everything comes off. So, and it's minimal bones. Okay, so let's give that a quick chop. Boom. You can attract a mate in your neighborhood. Hey, to be honest with you, the best part about being a good cook or somebody that loves cooking is that everyone eventually knows that if you're good at cooking or you love cooking, it's what brings people to the table, right? It doesn't matter who they are. It's just one of those things that really, if you can do things, if you can do it in the kitchen, do it confidently, then you're laughing, right? Being a cook has actually enabled me to be able to meet so many different types of people that I thought I'd probably never ever talk to. And we've all been able to connect over something as simple as food. Leisha, thanks so much for the roses. Oh man, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Penny's mom wants you to come over to her house and cook.
I can. I mean, if you're in the city, I'm more than happy to.
And Elise is, when did you discover that you like to cook?
And when did I decide I liked to cook was when I was 7. Even my mom talks about that. It's just I remember Food Network was a brand new thing in Canada, or at least where we were. Yeah. And I just really wanted to do that. I thought like Emerald was the shit. I thought Martin Yan was just a baller. Like he was great at Chinese food. Yeah. Like I'm just saying, I'm just saying like I wasn't a good cook, but what I loved was like trying to experiment with food. I think the first thing that I cooked was eggs. Right, but I learned how to do eggs pretty well. Right, that's why like when I do breakfast, it was what do you call it? When I learned how to do breakfast at like restaurants, it was super easy. Your son loves being in the kitchen? Yeah, man, right on, dude. Pauline, encourage that, right? What I love about people that start, especially when they're young, all that good stuff, is that if they continue with it, get them to work at like a regular restaurant. Like one of my first jobs when I was 13 was a dishwasher, and I worked at the casino, right? I wasn't even old enough to walk through the casino to go to the kitchen. I had to go out through the back. Filipinos tell you how to cook scrambled eggs. I mean, it is part of what we do. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Alana Riley, absolutely. I would love to collaborate if you have ideas on cooking, by all means. Yeah. Yeah. And see, the thing is also what I found is that I loved, yeah, absolutely. I'll be streaming tomorrow at the same time, 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Yeah, even as a kid, I remember watching Food Network just for the fun of it. You know what I'm saying? That's just really when I got into the love of just watching people like construct recipes and just do generally just any type of cooking. You just learn so much right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I got my chicken into the dish right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in the rest of this extra chicken stock. Boom, get that pot out of the way. Gorgeous. All right. So that gives me roughly my about 3.5 liters of broth. The best part is like what you're seeing is that it's very dispersed. It's not super, super dense. And then we're actually kind of looking for that because once we add in the corn and the cream corn, it will add all this extra density and thickness, but I'm still going to end up thickening it with a bit of potato starch slurry. Leisha, man, I appreciate you for being here, man. You know what I mean? Like again, being able to meet people like yourselves is truly inspiring because again, I've always wondered if I could inspire people to cook, and you guys are definitely just showcase that. Like people are willing to, right, wanting to learn, and it's awesome to me. Does my wife cook? She does, but in our house, I do a lot of the cooking, whereas she does a lot of the baking. Because I am a trash bag baker, right? So her breads, her cookies, all her desserts, stuff like that are just fire. Went on relief weekend. He helped dinner. Hey, right on. I love it.
Grab one. Try it.
Yeah, keep your eye out, Alana, for sure.
Do you want more in a cup?
Yo, hey, honestly, there's Superstore, if you're in Canada again, has the pre-proofed frozen full croissants as well. I highly recommend them. It's like 4 per pack. It is a little bit more expensive per, but if you just pull it out, let it come to room temperature, the output of those croissants is fire. Like, you know what I mean?
This one is bad.
Okay, they all taste the same. Then spit it out, huh?
Oh, you're new to TikTok, right on. Well, welcome. Again, there's a lot of really great communities on here. Because Mexican cheese soup. What is your favorite thing to cook? One of my favorite things to cook is mostly like Asian based things, Asian foods. Okay, so let's try new things. Thanks, Jord. Absolutely, man. I appreciate you also for doing it because, again, I'm all about trying to make sure that everybody that's in here can get their questions answered. If they have like recipe ideas or concerns about recipes that they're doing. Because I found that when I was scrolling through lives, a lot of the people that did cook kind of overlooked people's questions a lot of the time. And you couldn't get direct answers even if you were, trying to investigate it for yourself. So you just end up going to Google. I do want to be a source for that if I can. Because I know a lot of great chefs in my life, as well as if I don't know it, I'm more than willing to learn it so I can give you the best and most positive answer going forward.
They're all going to taste the same. Do you put pasta in your soups from Donna?
Do I put pastas in my soups? It depends on the soup. But I definitely, like for things like minestrone, things like Italian wedding, the usual standards. And chicken soup with macaroni is one of my favorites when I was a kid especially. Yep, Donna, absolutely. Eating soup with like a little bit of fat on the top. I learned that when we were in Thailand. Super flavor. Same with like the Chinese. Same with there's like the certain type of fat they use in Cambodia. Not for all their soups, but it definitely is something that's rendered into their soup stocks and broths.
Do you like Michael Smith on the Food Network?
I do actually. I really loved his early stuff because like that guy is just so tall. I got to meet him in person. I'm going to say in like 2006. He was massive, dude. But really great personality overall, I thought. Does my wife have TikTok? Yes, she does. Courtney Norris, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. And Mick T, hey, you just finished your bowl of pho? Oh, I hope it was so good. I love pho broth, dude. It's one of my favorite things on the planet. Neptune's an alien. Hey, what's good, dude? Welcome back. I appreciate you guys for being here. By which chef am I inspired by the most? Okay, so before I answer that, guys, real quick, I'm just going to go ahead. I have this now coming up to a light simmer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cream corn, throw the whole can into that thing, right? Because the cream corn itself will add thickness and density and really adds a lot of richness. And then I'm going to go ahead and drain out my corn nibs like this. There's just any of the excess water, right? It doesn't matter. You don't have to rinse it because it's already just kind of in a thing, in a brine. Boom. Just like that. Okay, and those can go to the trash or recycling. Okay, so, and then I'm just going to let that come up to a light simmer. And then I'm going to bring it back down to just a light simmer so it doesn't break the, the eggs. And Alana Riley, thank you so much for the heart me. I appreciate it. Yeah, I came to MRU. Yeah, that's awesome.
You've got a question on which chef inspired you
So,
the most?
yes, Elise. I will answer that one first. So the chef that really, truly inspired me to go into like something like, say, ultra fine dine or French culinary was Heston Blumenthal from The Fat Duck, as well as Farron Adria from El Bulli. As well as there was like... what came after, slightly after, was like Anthony Bourdain was one of my real, true emotional, like spirit animal chefs, 100%. Because we shared a lot of the same kind of in-kitchen upbringing, if you will. When I read Kitchen Confidential and a lot of his other works, we shared a lot of very similar outlooks that I really appreciated as a chef. I know a lot of older dudes didn't like him, but it's most likely if you ever saw those older dudes cook, it's because they can't.
What's a garlic knot?
What is a garlic knot? garlic knot bake. Okay, so mac and cheese with potato soup. Ooh, that's fire. So what a garlic knot is some nice...
Also, you didn't rinse the can. Do you want to rinse the can?
I will rinse it in a second. Okay, so I'm just going to finish that. I'm actually going to rinse the can once I get these garlic knots back in the oven. So what I'm doing right now is that I have the soup already kind of just slowly starting to heat. Boom. Just like that. And it's relatively dense here. So in this case, for the egg, I'm only going to add in probably 1 or 2 eggs at most, I'm thinking. Yeah, Anthony was 100% one of my favorite. The Batman. Oh, man. Thanks so much for the heart meat as well. I appreciate you. Making tacos tonight? Yeah, dude. Taco nights are some of my favorite nights. Okay, so with this, I have this now steeped and already cooled garlic butter with a crap ton of garlic in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and dump all of it, garlic and all, into this beast right here, okay? Right, I'm just going to grab a spoon and just give it a quick stir. Right, because essentially you want the oil or the butter itself to kind of just make sure that it's kind of spread out properly. Okay. Boom. Right, so then you have all these like nice garlic pieces. That. Then, okay. Then I'm going to be hitting with some marinara sauce, really roughly over the top. The key here is just to make sure that all the garlic knots are kind of covered in tomato sauce so that they just don't get dried out in the next baking process. Okay. Just like that. Okay, just like that. Boom. So nice and covered. Okay, so this should be coming up to a heat. Yeah, that's actually where I want it. I'm going to turn this back down to a 3.
Bridget wants to know, do you do any prep before you start your live?
For prepping before my lives, it's a good question. What I try to do is I try to do things that if it would take more than the hour and a half that I do my lives in total, then I will start it early. So when it comes to mise en place, like the next coming lives, I do like a pork shoulder. What I wanted to do was a braised pork shoulder, so it's ultra tender, really flaky, but as well as I really wanted that texture to be like maintained. So before I give it a crisp in the pan, it's really soft and like gushy, so like all the fat's melted. I will usually do things like that to start it. Just like the other day, I did a baked potato. That's going to take about an hour and 15 minutes. So I just made sure to go ahead and just put it in the oven about 30 minutes before my live so I can pull it out 30 minutes before the end of my live. Sasquatch, oh my goodness, thanks so much for the follow. And cats, I love cats. Thanks so much for the follow as well. I appreciate you for being here. What's my favorite food culture? I'm going to say all of Asia. Like when you think Asian food, everything from India to Southeast Asia, to like all the way up to Mongolia, all the way through Japan, China, all that good stuff. Yeah, because like when I went to Thailand for the first time for our honeymoon, honestly, changed my life. I never knew food could be like both vegan and so flavorful and spicy that it just blew my mind. And Amos, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you for being here. Yeah, man, like once you try, if you go and get authentic Thai food, or even when we were in Cambodia, it was amazing. Street food is one of my favorite things on the planet, 100%. Yes, Vietnamese food is one of the things that me and my wife used to binge all the time. Pho. I love things like the bun, like the cold noodle with all the toppings and peanuts and sauce. Yeah, it's just, to be honest, the reason that like street food in Asia is so good is because you're just talking about generations of people that have just been doing it right the whole time, right? Like it's just, they've been practicing and practicing and practicing to get it to where they like it. Okay, so now I got this still on a simmer. I'm going to just go ahead and put it on low. Boom. Good to go, okay? So now, okay. Yeah, you guys are going to fucking just check this shit out. Okay. Filipino street food, yep. Especially like we went back to the Philippines as well during our trips in Asia, and to be honest, like the thing I think we hated the most because we met our parents there, and the thing about like say like my parents' generation is that they love our culture's food, but they hate eating like authentic street food because it's kind of like I guess considered below them. We were only eating Thai street food before we got to the Philippines, and to be honest with you, it was 100% worth it. Right? Because again, there's like a connotation of you'll get sick. No, we never got sick once, and like I was eating street food legitimately everywhere. Okay, so on the garlic knots, I got the marinara sauce. I hit it with some nice hard, dry cured pepperoni. I'm gonna go ahead with a good helping of this cheddar cheese. Garlic, yes. Essentially, it is garlic knot pizza.
Have you been to the Hell's Kitchen restaurant?
We have not. I've seen the inside of it, but it's just that I've already had like a lot of Gordon's like food technically, because all his food isn't new to me. It's a lot of very like, if you imagine French inspired but British food. I've had quite a bit of, because I've worked with a lot of guys that did do a lot of his restaurants. I think it was La Bernadette and a couple other ones from New York. As well as I had a few people that did work at the other locations in Vegas, like I think it's called Steak, or anything like that. But I am more than willing to go. If I had a little bit of the money to do it. Every time we do Vegas, it's we try to do it like as on budget as humanly possible.
Alana wants to know if you've ever thought of having a food truck.
Alana, yes. When it comes to a food truck, have I tried to make the beef Wellington? Absolutely. I've actually made it on a few occasions, but I've never done it entirely correctly because I've never had an oven that worked. I might do it this time because our oven works really well. Have I ever considered a food truck? Yes, I have. I was actually offered at one of my restaurants before we left. I was actually offered the food truck, but where we live in Calgary, they really don't like. It's not like LA street food or LA truck culture where it's a little bit more. You're a little bit more free. I found in Calgary they really don't like food trucks, and it makes it harder to run these things. So unless you're on like a dedicated, I would run a food truck if I was legally allowed to be on like a dedicated like a parking lot. I'm somewhere like an office park or something like that. I'd be definitely interested in. But if you got to keep moving around, you always end up losing a lot of your clientele. So I covered this thing in 3 different types of cheese, pepperoni, garlic butter is swimming in the garlic butter, and marinara sauce as a base. So it's going to go ahead. 400 degrees in the oven. That's going to go for another about 10 minutes until it's just gooey. Even in the Southwest, yes. But yeah, definitely. I would have considered a food truck many years ago because I did do research to do a food truck. I visited my friend in Vancouver for several days, talked to a lot of the food trucks that are out there. They have such a great food truck scene that it just, in Calgary, it just didn't hit as hard as it could. And I know a lot of people that do own food or did own food trucks here in the city. It's getting there. Fall, Christmas, yeah, that garlic is really just popping right now. Yeah, but it is what it is, right? So as long as we all understand that, it's kind of you just kind of make do with what you can in the city. That's why also you're going to see a lot, in my opinion, you're going to see a lot more food trucks in the future because restaurants will eventually die off. Not eventually die off like completely, but the normal regular model of what we see restaurants as right now will change. That is definitely my opinion. Yes, we actually considered doing a pop-up for Stampede, and it would make a good amount of money, but then you still have to consider the other 355 days of the year, right? I mean, you can also do things like Lilac Fest, you can also do things like the concerts and stuff, but to be honest with you, the real way to have a food truck is longevity. So if I was able to do a route of like construction sites or be able to park in the middle of like a trifecta office park. Like there's 3 office buildings with 3 different parking lots, park in the middle. So all the office people don't have to get in their cars and drive off to go get their lunches or have it ordered in. That would be the most profitable thing. But unfortunately, a lot of private businesses want you to pay for that space. Yeah, it is true. A lot of the time it is a little bit too cold to do food trucking, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, and I've done a food truck during the Stampede, so. JR, the garlic knots are in the oven right now, and you're looking at roughly, I'm going to say about 5 or 10 minutes maximum. Farmer's market would be lucrative, but the problem with parking it or doing anything at the farmer's market is that for the farmer's market, I believe to have a stall is roughly $2,100 a month. For the largest stall, and it's about $900 for the smallest stall. And then if you were to have a food truck at the farmer's market, it is roughly $1,100 to take up 4 stalls per month. So again, I'm just trying to do things at like a lesser cost if I can. So a food truck still might be a potential in the future, but it's still something that I'd still have to consider. Yeah, can you imagine? There's only 1 Michelin star in Canada, right? So to get a Michelin star would be immense. Because again, the places that I've got to do stage at, all were Michelin star restaurants, or not all, but like I worked at 3, and they were all pretty amazing. I do make a lot more here in the city. Iron Maiden, hey, what's good, dude? Good to see you. Thanks so much for joining the live. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a really great Monday. I hope your weekend was. No, don't even apologize for being late. I appreciate you every single time you jump in here, man. Yeah, I mean, technically, if I was to run a food truck outside of like when the Flames played at the Saddle Dome or something like that, that can potentially make money. But the problem with that is by the time people are leaving, they've already eaten. Like that place gets destroyed on food. So again, my dream was, this is also before I had a child, what my plan was, I really wanted to do a food truck that primarily served the chefs or served the industry workers on our 17th Avenue, or what would be known as our like electric lane or whatever. And I wanted to serve like desserts, dank food, like bar foods. Red Mile, that's what it's called. I wanted to serve all that, but I wanted to be open between the hours of 11 o'clock and 4 in the morning. Oh yeah, definitely. It wouldn't surprise me because a lot of events that have the food trucks are always usually popping. Okay, so right now what I'm doing with my egg drop soup is I'm just putting in a maybe about a tablespoon and a half's worth of potato starch slurry. What this is going to do is that once it simmers out, it's going to give you that really great shine that you see at like a Chinese restaurant. Okay. Boom. Just gonna rinse that out real quick. Okay. Just gonna use the same container because it's an egg. Ah. Okay. And since it is pretty dense, I'm actually just gonna go ahead with just 1 egg, right? And then the real secret when you're doing an egg drop soup, or especially when you're dealing with the egg, for every 1 egg, add roughly a tablespoon of water. Okay, what this is going to do is it's going to help soften the blow when it comes to your burgers came out fire, smashed onions. Oh yeah, dude, hell yeah. At least thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, we just try our best out here to create like a really good experience where somebody would just really watch me steam frozen dim sum. Yeah, we just try to create kind of an atmosphere here that, again, I really am more interested in trying to influence people to just up their game at home, you know? I love serving people, but what I really, me and Shannon had long talks, and at the end of the day, she convinced me, and I had to convince myself, because I was in denial about it for so long, was that at the end of the day, what I really actually enjoy is teaching. And if I can teach people how to create the food that they really envision in their brains, what they want, all that good stuff, then, you know, that's pretty much, I think, the drive and the direction I want to go in. So now, this is lightly thickened, okay? And it has a nice sheen on it. So what you're gonna do is, now that it's sitting on low, it's just warm. It's not like boiling hot or really hot, just enough to cook out the egg, but it's just holding on low. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and just stir and add the egg in slowly. What this is gonna do is it's gonna give me those really great egg strands that you see at the restaurant. Okay, and then what that water's doing at the same time is that it's now helping disperse all of those nice, see, we're getting those nice riplets of egg just kind of in. Okay, just give that a nice gentle stir at this point. Oh yeah, that's pretty much it. We're there. Okay, so you can maintain all those nice little strands. But of course, if you want more egg, add more egg. No big deal. Just don't overdo it, because then it becomes a little bit too dense. Gashner, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Boy also says that you taught the best breakfast sausage.
Hey,
it's life-changing.
Hey, that breakfast sausage hits, right? I appreciate that, man. Good job, though. I didn't do it. That was all you, baby. And Mamacita, thank you so much for the heart me. I appreciate it as well. And 3 times the price. Yeah, but it's worth it, right? The best part is when you buy it in bulk, you can just make the components that you want, and I definitely advocate for that. No, the egg does not make the noodle. What it does, it creates strips of egg on the inside of the thing, giving you this really great textural note that goes with it. Plus, the egg itself takes on a lot of the extra, what do you call it? Takes a lot of the extra flavor from the overall broths, right? And it just adds to this really nice visual image as well as richness. Apache Dan, hey man, thank you so much for rolling by, man. I appreciate you so much for doing that. And Kelly, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you again. Did I make my own broth? No. Technically, I made a little bit of my own broth because I simmered out the chicken thighs for about an hour and a half. So that gave me some really nice natural broth. But for the bulk of the starter broth, I did use... Oh, there's a corgi booty shaking. Thank you so much. Yes, for the broth, I used a little bit of the broth powder, like the chicken stock powder. Because again, with these recipes, they don't have to be over elaborate. I do want them to make sure that people do know that they are accessible. Everyone can do them. And that's really important to me. So I have this now just turned off and it's sitting. All right. So the last thing that we have before the end of this live right here is to take a gander. Yes. Oh my God. All right. So I'm going to go ahead, throw this on a broil. Bring that up to 500. If you don't have 500, just as high as your oven can go on broil. Okay? What I'm going to do is, because right now we have all that, just hella gooey, everything's melted. What I do want is a nice bit of crisp just on the top. Kelly, I appreciate you for that, because you're always on. I appreciate you for being here, guys. Again, the... What's frozen? What happened?
You.
My connection is still pretty good. You just make the egg drop soup from the packet? Hey, nothing's wrong with that as long as it gets it done, you know? Okay, if you need me to... Alana, if you need me to re-explain anything, please let me know in the comments, okay? I'd be more than happy to. Whale boy, oh man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for rolling through, because again, I wouldn't have met you guys otherwise, right? So I appreciate you for being you, and you for being here. Thank you so much. Right on, right on. And yeah, anybody in the live right now, if you guys can, hit those likes for me as much as humanly possible. Just keep spamming that, because again, we are probably at the last 5 or 10 minutes on this live. So let's end it with a quick bang on those likes, okay? Yes, and Alana, I will be reposting on my YouTube. So if you want the link or what my name is on the YouTube, it is the same. Where is it? Right here. Boom, same. But in the fuck, there's a star instead of a period. And then official at the end. I have noticed, like, there's always, it really depends on viewership. We have been hitting a lot of, maintaining within about 50 to 70 viewers per live, but that usually comes with you guys helping out, hitting those likes, and then always interjecting me back into the algorithm. Without that, I'm usually sitting at like 14, 15 people. Oh, you watched the baby reveal? Hey, don't even worry about it. That must have been awesome. Oh, definitely. Yeah, if I can get up to 1,000 views as well. I'm always just trying over the next little bit to try to get up to 1,000 subs or 1,000 follows. Because again, that's the beginning of something I can then move on to in my next phase of trying to create a better product for you guys. I will be live on Thursday. So because I wasn't able to film or come on live yesterday, because after I was done filming, I was just too bagged after the shoot. I decided today was the best day to do it. But I will be on again live Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Friday being because I can't do Sunday coming up as well, because it is our final shooting day for the short film. And Jessica, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you for being here. Welcome to the live. You are just going to love the people that are here. Great personalities, loving, caring, and sharing. You know what I mean? Amazing people. Okay. Let's take a gander. Oh, yeah, dude. That's it right there. Yeah. Woo. Okay. And just like that, boom. Right, garlic butter be sizzling on the bottom of this thing. Good amount of char and color on the top, not too crazy much, right? So that when you do give that a pull, right? If you were to give one of these knots a pull, you get this crazy nice cheese pull. Amazing. Yeah, and the knots themselves are now soaked in garlic butter. They'll just rest, allow that to absorb all that good stuff, okay? Yeah, Lynn, thank you. You had me a garlic, you kept me with cheese. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, dude. Yeah, plus cable is expensive. You haven't had cable in like 10 years. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and plate up the meals really quickly here. Okay, just give that a wipe. Boom. Okay. Okay, just like that. Wham. All right, so for this, let's go with the bowl. Didn't I have a scoop? Ah, it's right there. Shit. All right, fuck it. We'll use this. Okay, so for the egg drop soup, I'm just going to go ahead, grab roughly about a half liter, right? Throw it into the bowl. So you have all the nice chunks. Right, again, if you guys want the egg drop soup to be thicker, by all means add a little bit more starch or slurry to it while it's simmering. It'll help the bloom happen in your soups.
Nick has a compliment for you.
And you over and over, anyone on the Food Network. Hey, Mick, man, I really appreciate that. I really do. Because again, doing this was kind of my dream kind of Food Network show to begin with, was because I always wanted to be able to talk to like someone like Emerald, because it said Emerald live, and I was like, he's only in front of a live audience. I'm not actually able to talk to him over the TV, right? So this has always been like a goal for me as an adult. Oh, it's not my library, it's Shannon's, and she loves reading. Emily Shields, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the live. Okay, so what egg drop soup is basically is you just made a soup. You thickened it with a nice slurry, like a cornstarch or potato slurry. made it nice and shiny, but not ultimately very thick. It's not like a stew, okay? And then what you're doing is in a small container, right? I added a tablespoon of water to 1 egg, and it's 1 tablespoon of water for every egg. Stir it up really nicely. You'll have your soup on extremely low as long as it's hot, as long as it's enough to instantly cook that egg without it boiling and dispersing it too quickly. Claudette, thank you so much for the follow. Without it dispersing too quickly, you can then slowly give it a stir and ripple in these gorgeous little strands of eggs, right? And the slower you stir, the more that it will break up less. In this case, I went ahead and I broke up, it's just 1 egg that went in. So it's nice and dispersed over the course of the entirety of the soup, okay? And then for the soup itself, I'm just taking some green onion whites, just giving them a quick rough chop, all right? Yeah, again, I love green onions because for me, I don't mind non-edible garnishes, but in for a normal day at home, it's always nice to have a garnish that you can eat. Okay, so to this, it's green onions. Okay, and just a small hit of soy sauce. Okay, and there we have it. So now we have a nice, nourishing, cold day egg drop soup. Okay, I'll move these green onions to the side so when I plate up my next dish later, it'll be all good. Okay, do I have any of the small ones? Nah, I'll just put it into a bowl. Okay, so now the garlic knots themselves have had a chance to rest in the pan, which is a really good thing. All right, so then I'm going to go ahead with, where did my tongs go? Well, that's lame. All right, I'll use these. All right, so what you're going to do is you always dig from the middle.
Your tongs on yourself?
Yes, like an idiot. Like, am I blind? No. Oh.
You were using them with the egg to stir it.
Okay, they didn't go in the soup, so that's a plus.
Sir,
See,
sir.
you know what I'm saying? This
Why
is
would you
this
do that?
this is that shit that everyone talks about. Okay. Sakana Grill. Oh yeah. I am Rosemary Morgan. Thank you so much for the follow. Hey, yo, honestly, I've left spoons in the soup, and I'm like, what happened to my spoon? It's in the soup. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like an idiot, you know. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and when it comes to these kinds of bakes, what you do is you just reach in. Just reach in.
It's not that big.
Boom. Grab the cheese. Okay. Reach in. Boom. Just like that. Right. Because again, the reason I put the pepperoni on top of the pieces was that it can, when you break up the cheese, it has somewhere to go. So it helps disperse the cheese itself. And at this point, you would then garnish with anything. Like you can garnish with parsley, you can garnish with more cheese, like Parmesan. So that in this case, I'm just going to put just a little bit of green onion. And there we go. So that is right there. The garlic knot bake. All right. Lots of garlic butter, marinara sauce, 3 types of cheese, super like dense. And also the reason that I am not making a dessert today. Look under the bread and muffins.
Yep.
No, I didn't interact with them. So I just, in my head, I'm like, did I leave it in the oven? No, of course not. It's fine. I'll find it after the live. I'm going to find it in 3 minutes, I guarantee you. So anyways, guys, that is pretty much it. Can I pass it through the screen? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Try making it at home. By all means, again, the ingredients are super easy to get. You can buy everything at the grocery store. Looks dank. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, this is going to be just gnarly. You know what I'm saying? Nice, nourishing, and just dense. Just nap time city. You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea what you did.
Yeah, me neither. Under the cutting board. Everything's on top of the cutting board. Ah, motherfucker, you're right. She's right. She nailed it.
Oh, you got it.
Gashner, you hero. Got it. Okay. But again, guys, I really want to say thank you guys again for showing up and being there for me on these lives. Again, I can't do this without you guys being here. And a reminder, I am going to be posting pictures and video of this on my page. So if you haven't already, hit the follow button as well. Because today technically counts as the Sunday stream. I will be going live again tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, because I will not be able to stream on next Sunday. So, Shelly, thank you so much for the follow. And you guys have a great rest of your day as well. If you guys have any questions, recipe concerns, recipe ideas, anything like that, please hit me in the comments or in the DMs after this live, and I will get back to you as soon as humanly possible, okay? Until then, I will see you all tomorrow. So you guys have a good rest of your night, okay? Take her easy.